edition of Frrt Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's. I'm Norm Waymer. This is giggling Marty Ben over here, and this is cackling Big John Malkowski.
Yeah, the stuff that goes on when we're not on air is almost as funny. We were talking about what's worse to listen to on the radio, boxing or NASCAR, and we decided those were both funny to listen to on the radio.
Golf's got to be up there too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Boxing you can do. Soccer would be terrible.
And the ball goes to the right. And to the left. It still doesn't go in the goal, and then it goes this way. And this guy kicks it over the.
Pass to the frontman. Pass to the forward.
Well, but like NASCAR, I mean, you know what? The 4 cars in the lead lap, the 3 cars. I mean, in boxing, well, he hit him.
No, boxing you couldn't call.
That wouldn't be.
You're looking at me funny like that. They used to do that on the radio.
They didn't have a choice. There were no alternatives.
People
now we have choices.
Also used to have serials on the radio because they didn't have TV.
Yeah, beat the alternative, which was watching the leaves fall.
And turn in for Fibber McGee and Molly or whatever it was.
Pro wrestling on the radio.
Well, there it was. I sidetracked the show and never said a word.
No,
it's a new record.
Yes, you did.
Here on the top-ranked local.
All right, we were going to hit this off the top here because the fight will be coming on shortly on another network or pay-per-view.
It's not on a network. Unless it's the $80 a shot network.
Technically, it's
ESPN and
Fox Sports and whatever. All right.
For $80 American dollars.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, the rematch. It's the biggest heavyweight fight since when?
Probably when Klitschko and Lennox Lewis?
I think this is bigger than that. I think this might be as big as Tyson Holyfield. They're the biggest since Tyson Holyfield. Since Mike
Tyson Holyfield 2.
Yeah, since Mike was chewing ears.
Because the first one, Tyson was a huge favorite.
Right.
And lost. Because Holyfield was coming off the Riddick Bowe knockout loss. So, but.
I mean, since, I'm chewing ears and getting disqualified, which I still want. By the way, I still want my money back from that freaking fight.
That wasn't $80.
My brother's purchased.
It felt like a lot. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was too much, because that was 2 minutes and 2 chomps, and we're all like,
my brother
I
in
paid
his
for this?
life, all right, has purchased 2 pay-per-views. First one was Tyson Spinks.
91 seconds?
Yeah. And then the second one was Tyson Holyfield 2. So.
But he's not buying a third.
No, I don't imagine, but I imagine.
First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Third time, have a nice day.
I imagine a lot of people will in this, and obviously the first fight was scored a draw. I actually had Fury winning 115-113, even though I'm a Wilder guy. But how do you take the fight away from a guy who knocked the other guy down twice? So if
those are 2 guys I don't want anywhere near.
Well, if you were going to draw up somebody with the style to beat Wilder, it would be Tyson Fury, who's a little bit taller, because Wilder's about 6'7", and Tyson Fury's about 6'9", with boxing ability. Because you're not going to outslug Deontay Wilder. Might be the hardest hitter ever in boxing. You can make the argument for it.
He and Foreman, right?
He's had 2 fights that didn't end in him winning by knockout. The first one was when he won the title. In the rematch, he knocked the guy out the first round. And then the first fight against Fury. So, now normally I would say that the guy who's a better boxer has the advantage in the second fight, but I don't think it's the case this time, because I don't think that Tyson Fury benefits by changing up what he did in the first fight.
Right.
Because he boxed him better, and had he stayed on his feet, he would have won the fight. But with that being said, Fury weighed in that fight around 254, and the word is it's going to be, we're taping this earlier in the week, so I don't know what the official weigh-in was, but the rumor was it was going to be around 270. So if he's carrying another 15 or 20 pounds, he's not going to be as mobile as he was before. He's not going to be quite as quick, and he's not going to be throwing combinations like he did. That's why I think Wilder's got a better shot in this fight.
Yeah, that's a big weight difference. I mean, an extra 15 pounds.
Reminds me when Holyfield fought Buster Douglas after Douglas beat Tyson, and Douglas was around 230 for the Tyson fight, and he weighed in at 246 for the Holyfield fight, and everybody went.
Well, Buster's weight was the opposite of his career trajectory after the Tyson fight. The weight went here, and the career trajectory
he was always
went
that
there.
way. If he trained, he got in good shape. He was a really good fighter, but he didn't quite often. But he did that night.
I watched that. It was not a pay-per-view fight. That was a Showtime fight.
Yeah.
Or HBO.
HBO, yeah.
I watched that.
I
remember thinking, we'll watch this just for fun. And two of my buddies and I were sitting there. You got about halfway through the first beer and went, oh my goodness, this is not the Tyson I've seen before. And thought, this could go bad. So all of a sudden, like our whole group at the apartment, I was in college, the whole group was banging around. And we're like, this is going to happen. And then, yep, it did.
Yeah, I was at a party too with some people I went to college with and that. And there's always the one person sitting in the corner going, well, I think Douglas is going to win the fight, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
that guy, and then that guy ends up right.
Then
and
you
he rubs
started
it.
watching it and you're like, I think Douglas may have won the first round. I think he might have won the second round. So you just never know. I mean, that's one of the things I love about the sport. Is you could be trailing the whole time and like that, it's over. That was one of my favorite fights was John Tate and Mike Weaver. And Weaver was challenging for the WBA title after Ali retired. 15th round, Tate's up big on all the cards, 45 seconds going to fight, Weaver knocked him out. Cold.
It does happen. I mean, especially with guys that have that, you know.
Oh, it just happened
have a
last
good
weekend.
night punch.
Yeah. It just happened last weekend. There was a fights on the Premier Boxing, and was on another network here. But it was a 10-round fight, and the welterweights, the guy was winning easy, and halfway through the 10th round, he got caught with an uppercut and got floored, and got up, got floored again, and the ref stopped it with 1 second left.
Oh.
But the ref doesn't know. The ref doesn't know exactly how many. You know, he asked him to walk from one corner to the other, and he stumbled. Well, when he stumbled, he waved the fight off. Thing is, you don't know if there's 1 second or 5 seconds. If it's 5 seconds, he could get seriously hurt with the next punch. So that's why I love it, because you don't know. And actually, it's another one of these things. The more you learn about it, the more interesting it becomes. If you think it's just two guys wailing on each other, it's not.
Well, I'd like see as a casual boxing fan, but a general sports fan, I'd like to learn more, but it's so hard because I watch a couple fights for somebody and then they disappear into some other network land or some other contract land, and then I don't see them for a while, and then they bubble back out from the side, and I haven't seen. I mean, like I can't follow a guy unless I want to spend real money.
That is part of the problem.
And it's different than when I follow somebody in any other sport because I can't watch them because I want to.
Some guys might only fight twice a year.
Yeah.
So that's part of the issue.
But even then, you might only see him one of those two fights unless you want to spend some real money, and it becomes very difficult. And I understand why the sport has gone there, but for me as a fan, it's difficult to get behind somebody because it's a lot of effort and it's money. And I don't.
Well, this is an event.
Yeah.
So this is a little bigger than just a fight. It's an event. And Anthony Joshua was the one on the outside. So
What's your prediction?
Yeah, I'll take Wilder by a stoppage, just because of the weight issue. If Fury would come in at 250, 255, I would say Fury. But
You want to weigh in?
I don't know how you go against Wilder.
My opinion is useless because
some things don't change. Let's take a time out and we'll come back. You walked right into it.
Yep.
From our roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
No skip.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good. It's that good no matter what your taste. It's that good. Come early, stay late. Burgers and beer, a shot of cheer. Great food and fun. It's that good here. Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Bankruptcy can stop wage garnishments, collection calls, harassment, lawsuits, utility shutoffs, evictions, foreclosures, just to name a few. The law offices of Patricia A. Kovach are dedicated almost exclusively to representing the people and businesses who are overwhelmed by debt. Is your debt keeping you awake at night? Call us at 419-787-2666. The law offices of Patricia A. Kovach.
Powerbomb Wrestling presents Bad for the Gold coming up on Sunday, March the 15th at St. Clements Hall in Toledo. Toledo and Otsego grad Man Fulton, the 6'8" monster, will get his shot at the PBW heavyweight champion, Sexy Sean Casey, with the 5 most wanted barred from ringside. You can watch Powerbomb Wrestling, plus get your discounted advance tickets all at powerbombwrestling.net. That's powerbombwrestling.net. It's Bad for the Gold Sunday, March 15th at St. Clements Hall in Toledo. You cannot miss it. And back we are for our Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's. This segment sponsored, you see at the bottom of the screen, Mike's Pizza and More, 2 locations now. The original in Holland and a new one in Oregon on Navarre Avenue. The menu's huge, right? The toppings are fantastic. The sauce is it's different, and it's good different. Not bad. I've been to some places that's bad different. This is good difference. And the girlfriend won't have pizza from anywhere else now. All kinds of specialty pizzas: supreme, Philly steak and cheese, barbecue chicken, barbecue shrimp, mac and cheese, taco pizza, and the blasphemous Hawaiian pizza. So check them out at Mike's Pizza and More. All right. You would be the guy that would have pineapple on pizza.
We've taken a Twitter poll. You're wrong.
All right,
People love Hawaiian
you've been
pizza.
dying for this segment.
I'm not dying. I think it.
Every time we discuss what we're going to talk about, Marty always brings up Tom Brady to the Raiders.
Well, there's a reason for that. I want to be very clear. As a Cowboys fan, I just want to make sure that it's Brady to the Raiders, not Brady to the Cowboys, and the whole thing's a mess. Although, actually, I thought about this after we decided it might actually be something we talk about. Brady to the Cowboys keeps us from throwing ridiculous money at Dak like the Rams just did with Goff, and then Brady's too old to play, and then we have to go find somebody else, but at least we don't have that ridiculous Dak contract. So I'm not sure I hate it anymore, so go ahead.
2 years of Brady.
Yeah. You're not committed, you're not committed long term.
5 years of Dak, yeah.
I read a Bleacher Report story on how this would be terrible for both parties.
The Raiders and?
Yeah.
Derek Carr be happy. He gets to go to Miami.
If they released him.
Well, they could trade him.
Yeah.
They could trade him to Miami and then get the draft pick and then sign Brady and get Tua. That's like, because isn't that like the thing right now? Like all the people that think the fans that think they're getting Brady also think they get Tua in the mid-first round. Like it's a package deal.
No.
Maybe no. I'm telling you, if you listen to Jack Wheat on the sports talk show talking, besides us, that's like the theory, right?
Well, that's why I don't listen to them.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to see the Raiders do this. I really don't.
So I'm
not going to jump off a bridge if they do it, but I don't want a 42-year-old Brady.
I don't see it happening.
He had the worst year he's had in a long time, and you got to wonder if that's part of the trajectory of his career.
I don't see how the Patriots can let him go. They don't have a backup plan. They don't have a good enough draft pick to get a quarterback in the draft.
Okay, but them letting him go is different than him looking at what they have there as far as weapons and going, last year wasn't great, and I really don't feel like doing that again.
Well, I know if he wanted to, he could screw them big time if he was that ticked off at Belichick.
My favorite, like, deja vu or him ticked off at Belichick is he goes to Frisco and then Garoppolo goes around. And that was another fun where the because Breeze is now going back to the Saints, which means Bridgewater's out there. I mean,
and Taysom Hill.
Yeah, and you get these moving parts. It's pretty funny because you slide one in one place, but everything else has to move then.
Well, I don't understand why some people think it wouldn't be good for Brady to go to Oakland, go to Las Vegas, the Raiders, whatever. The offensive line is one of the better ones in the NFL. I don't think anybody would argue that. Waller at tight end was a top 5 tight end this past year. They're probably going to take a wide receiver in the first round, so they're going to get an impact guy.
Good young running
at
back.
Wide out. Tyrell Williams will probably go to the 2 spot as wide receiver, and you got Renfro who did really well at the tail end of the season as the H-back, as the slot guy. And then you got a, terrific running back. So I don't see why this would be such a bad thing for Brady.
I don't think anybody's saying it will. I don't see him
Bleacher
doing it.
Report did, but,
That's just to get you to read the article. They don't really care what they say. They just want you to swipe right and open the article.
Well, because it's the Raiders, they're awful. So I was surprised that Drew Brees is coming back. What do you do if you're the Saints?
What do you mean, what do you do?
You sign Taysom Hill to a respectable contract, a reasonable contract, and you let Bridgewater go. Somebody's going to give Bridgewater in the mid-20 millions.
Oh, yeah.
I let Brees go.
Teddy's getting paid.
I'm sorry, I let Brees go. You got to look at it unemotionally. You can't worry about what the fans are going to say. If you win, they won't care.
Yeah, but Brees wouldn't have said he's coming back if I'm sure he talked to the Saints. Because I cannot believe that
he
would
did
say,
or not. Brady's coming back, and he may not be with the Patriots.
I don't think either one of those guys leaves.
Well, then I think it's the wrong thing for the Saints to do. I think the Saints should let him go. Because I don't think he's going to get them to
saying
where they
Brady's
want to go
going back
anymore.
to the Patriots, and we know Brees is going back to the Saints, and then Bridgewater's obviously getting paid.
Yeah, he'll go somewhere where somebody will overpay
Unless
him.
Prescott goes to New England. Then what?
I don't know.
Then what do the Cowboys do? Trade for Carr? Give him another first-round pick?
We're not talking Raiders Cowboys football anymore tonight. So my other football question is, what if Joe Burrow does a okey doke and does the Elway Eli thing with the first pick to the Bengals?
Oh, in case you're curious, by the way, that with free agency starts in the middle of March. So
right, we got a little time to
we
debate
got a little
this.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what if Burrow does the okey doke at the top of the draft?
I
talk about
don't
chaos.
see him doing that.
I understand he's an Ohio guy, but the Bengals organization's awful.
But wouldn't you want to be the guy to resurrect it? Isn't there something to that?
Yeah, well, there's way more great headstones in the practice facility graveyard than there are guys that did that. Speaking of which, the judge that didn't give the medical marijuana pot permit to Browns and Bengals fans, what was he thinking? I mean, if there's ever a reason you should get to use...
That's what you were talking about.
Yes,
when you
there was a
texted
judge
me.
in Ohio
Yes, right.
that denied medical marijuana use to Bengals and Browns fans. And if there's a group of people that need help, I feel your pain. You should get to toke a little.
That's self-imposed, though. And
I understand that, but if you're doing it, you should at least get to numb the pain, shouldn't you? I mean, what is that judge? What a cruel son of a pup. That is sick.
Because you could argue it's a psychosis.
I'm saying you should be able to get treatment for that.
they are mentally unstable if you're still a Browns.
You're making my. I mean, what? I'd like to see what the casework was on that.
Well, Browns fans, maybe they can get some from Kareem Hunt. I don't know.
Josh Gordon. There's a long.
Allegedly. They could drop on anything.
Yes.
All right. This segment has been sponsored by Mike's Pizza and More. Original location in Holland and now in Oregon on Navarre Avenue. And not just pizza, calzones, subs, salad, wings, chunks, mac and cheese, lasagna, 3 different ravioli dishes. Check them out, Mike's Pizza and More. All right, we'll be back with more to talk about Marty's favorite team, the Houston Astros. That's the Front Row Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
Are you hungry? Of course you are. Want pizza? Yeah, you do. And there's no better place to go for hot, fresh pizza than Mike's Pizza and More. From pizza and wings to subs and salads, Mike's has everything you need to provide the family dinner tonight. Whether it's carry-out or delivery, our family-owned business has been happily serving the Holland area for years. And with our new location, we now proudly serve the Oregon area. Should you call Mike's Pizza and More right now? Yeah, you should.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good. It's that good no matter what your taste. It's that good
Bomb Wrestling presents Bad for the Gold coming up on Sunday, March the 15th at St. Clements Hall in Toledo. Toledo and Otsego grad Man Fulton, the 6'8" monster, will get his shot at the PBW heavyweight champion, Sexy Sean Casey, with the 5 most wanted barred from ringside. You can watch Powerbomb Wrestling Plus. Get your discounted advance tickets all at powerbombwrestling.net. That's powerbombwrestling.net. It's Bad for the Gold Sunday, March 15th at St. Clements Hall in Toledo. You cannot miss it. And back we are for our Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's. I'm Norm Weimer, Big John Lukowski, Mortgage Marty Bin. Show brought to you in part by Ralphie's. These guys right here. Food, sports, fun, daily food specials, daily drink specials, half-price appetizers after 9. Waiting time Monday through Friday, 2 until 5. That and more, and you probably have a location near you.
And here's the thing. If you've been one of those Browns or Bengals fans and you've been imbibing a little, call DoorDash and they can deliver the special right to your house. There you go. We're trying to create solutions so you stay off the road when I'm driving home.
They do have somebody that delivers. I'm not sure if it's DoorDash.
There's delivery services for both. Yeah. I just grabbed one off my head. But yes, you dial a number, you can get that. Mike's Pizza. Anybody, stay at home. Don't drive.
You know what? Here's the thing that I don't get. Since you brought this up, is getting delivery from a fast food burger joint. First of all, you don't have to get out of your car in the first place. All right, you can just drive through the drive-through window.
Dude, you don't understand.
I'm just saying.
I've always thought about that. And if I'm getting something delivered to my house, it's not going to be McDonald's or Rally's. Which I saw today, Rally's now.
Well, no, I didn't want to use.
I understand that, but if it's 2:30 and you've had a bit, and Taco Bell just sounds like the thing. I mean, the need is real sometimes.
Just saying.
So was
Well,
I.
it's kind of like if a discount burger joint. It's like, no, I'm not. If I'm going to do fast food burgers, I'm not going to do the discount burger thing. Never mind. All right, the Astros.
Yep, I just keep hitting.
If you're commissioner, what do you do about them?
If I'm the commissioner, I don't know. But apparently taking the trophy away doesn't do anything because it's just a piece of metal.
See, I'm
what
torn.
A doofus.
I'm torn about what to do.
Rob Manfred's a doofus.
Because a lot of people want him to wipe out the records and all that stuff. But I hate it when they do that in college.
Yeah,
USC is no longer the champion. It's Texas now or whatever.
Well, no, they just leave it blank.
This is blank.
It doesn't mean anything. Everybody watched the game.
And they have to take down the banner, but yeah, everybody's seen the game.
Yeah, I mean the Fab
we
Four.
We know who won.
Yeah, the Fab Four doesn't have Final Four banners anymore.
Fab Five?
Fab Five. Whatever. However,
well, there's not four anymore because now the one's the coach, so they can't include him in that group. Although apparently driving privileges have been fully restored at Michigan. It's an inside joke. Google it.
Hopefully at Michigan they got contracts like Bobby Bonilla did with the Mets. They're still getting.
You mean like Beeline's contract with the Cavs?
I was going to say that.
Well, he's got my favorite job now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he quits, then you don't get paid.
Oh, Beeline?
Yeah. He got tired of coaching. He got tired of coaching thugs. Just ask him.
But see, I don't know what you do. I have a problem with suspended players that were involved in it.
Oh, that's my gripe with the whole thing. Is just, if you want to stop it, you have to cost the players actual money and actual harm.
My question is, the Players Association is supposed to be there for all players. So if they're protecting the Astros, that's 1/30 of the players in the league. Why don't you want to protect the other 29
That was always my PED argument. You're not protecting the guys who are doing PEDs. You're supposed to be protecting the guys that don't want to do PEDs.
Right.
Well, unless more people are doing PEDs than not, which may have been the case for a while.
Yeah, but there's right and wrong.
Yeah, but in this case, I mean,
old Mr. High and money. Yeah, there's money. There's cash and there's not cash, pal. Money talks and everything else walks.
Well, they got to keep the money.
Check your ballot in November.
I'm sorry, I can't whine for Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and a few other guys because they got to keep the money.
I'm just saying they cheated, take the title away, and then yes, it's a crummy asterisk and whatever, but at least you get to say that.
You're going to make each guy give their World Series ring back?
Fine.
Go and tell them to take it out of a safe deposit box?
Yeah. Melt it down, give it to charity. I don't know, something.
A few pawn shops.
I mean, you asked me about this in the text. I'd throw at every one of them for a while. If I was the guy on the other side, I wouldn't hit him in the head.
Well,
Boy,
that was the funniest thing.
And
where-
if you were on that roster, I'd hit you in the ribs.
That was the funniest thing where Manfred said that there will be punishment if you hit one of these guys.
Yeah,
So there's more punishment if you hit one of them than for what they
until
actually
Jose
did.
Altuve admits he had a microphone on that day, I'd keep hitting him in the ribs. Here,
No,
Jose,
it was
have
a
an-
bad tattoo.
No, yeah. Well, I keep aiming for the bad tattoo.
You just suspend everybody that was on that team for how long?
A year. Same as the manager's
Half
got.
a season?
No, the manager and the other guy got a year. Suspend him for a year. Be consistent. What do you mean, shoo? Stop cheating. Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame, and he didn't even do it while playing. He bet on games.
I'm not.
Don't cheat.
I'm not endorsing or not endorsing.
Well, you want it to stop, you have to actually send a clear and succinct message and quit mamsy-pamsying around. I mean, Rob Manfred's an idiot.
Well, I mean, the Astros were doing it. The Red Sox were doing it. Who else was doing it?
Correct.
I mean,
Knock it off.
but how do you know every guy was doing it?
I'll err on the side of aggression.
Well, remember with the Black Sox scandal?
Yeah.
Because Buck Weaver wasn't taking money, but he knew about it. So Kennesaw Mountain Linus and gun.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, apparently, supposedly there were 3 guys who weren't using the signals, which I
Right, but they knew
don't
all
get,
about it.
But
Because it made them, they couldn't sleep at night? I mean, what? Oh, I don't want to be part of this. Well, then leave. Narc, something. I bet they didn't give their rings back, the 3 guys who weren't part of it.
No.
Did any visiting team notice that they were hearing garbage can bang during an
there
at-bats?
was lots of, if you go back and actually look, there were lots of sort of passive-aggressive allegations at the time that no one substantiated. And, now that it's come out, you go back and reread some of it, and it's pretty stark.
Oh, and there were teams that reported to the MLB office
Correct.
and wanted something done.
They wanted it
Or looked
investigated.
at,
They
yeah.
said, look at this.
And they didn't.
Well, I mean, apparently they might have known about it before the World Series, depending on who you believe and what you read.
There was no quid pro quo, Norm.
Don't go there.
Yes, I can.
Don't go
yes,
there.
I can.
Don't
And
go
I
there.
did.
Well, Manfred wants to change the playoff system, too.
He still is.
Does he have a clue?
Stupid.
No.
No. Just ask Trevor Bauer.
Oh, man. I don't know if he's the right person to
Yeah.
hang your hat on, but
Yeah, but I mean, you got all these. I mean, all these players are coming out.
Other than like 5 owners, who likes the guy now? Because the players all hate him now, except the cheaters. I mean, he's got to go.
I like the playoff system the way it is. How much we got? We got to go. Saturday Night Live next.
So does Rob Manfred.
We'll be back here next week from a Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's.